Good morning. I'm Dr. Francis here, and today I want to continue finding incongruencies in the chart. So remember, every single thing in the chart is going in one direction, and then there are going to be incongruencies to pull you in another direction. That's the whole entirety of spirituality, and that's the entirety of astrology. Finding the key incongruencies that keep you falling into the same traps. When you start to master those, whether they're oppositions, squares, quincunxes, incongruencies, the way we're looking at sun, moon, ascendant, you're going to start to understand that these situations in your life show up so that you can actually grow and choose yourself over and over and over again. So we're going to look at a few moon signs or moon charts. So this person has a moon in Pisces in the 7th house. The moon loves to be in Pisces because it's a water sign, but it's a very destructive placement for the moon. Well, all moons per se are destructive, but the problem with the moon in Pisces is that the moon in Pisces thinks that their mother is the universal mother. So it's very difficult for them to understand emotional attachment without sort of swallowing or sucking the person in completely, because it's all that they know, and they think of God or the universe as their earthly mother. So the placement in terms of the sign is fine. It has its issues with codependence and addictions and attachments, but in the 7th house, it could be very damaging for relationship. And then look at what they have right next to their sun is a Saturn. So this is a big incongruency. So the moon in the 7th in Pisces alone, they would tend to attract addicts or codependent people or victim, martyr, saviors, and they would feed off of that dysfunctional relationship. That in itself is not healthy, but that's not exactly what the chart is saying. That placement would have been okay, so to speak. But there's actually two big incongruencies. First of all, is a Saturn. So if they happen to find somebody that allows that, all of a sudden they're going to find sort of like a boundary, and that moon in Pisces doesn't register a Pisces moon with a boundary, a Saturn boundary, like love. So they're going to struggle in that aspect of life when their partner starts to put boundaries or says no or stops the codependent relationship. So this right off the bat psychologically is an incongruence. And then you've got the sun as an incongruence because the sun hates to be at the bottom of the ocean in the 12th house, especially in Leo. So now you have this person who has a Leo sun at the bottom of the ocean that's similar to Pisces. So their sun is being lived out as Pisces. Their moon is living out as Pisces. The sun doesn't like to be in the 12th because it has to work very hard to shine. And then let's just say in relationship, when it finally gets out of the bottom of the ocean to maybe be assertive to meet somebody, they're going to find another boundary. So you can start seeing that the incongruency with the sun and the moon are telling a story. So let's look at another one. Okay, so this is another one, and this one has the sun and the moon in the 12th, and it's in Libra. Libra does not like to be in the 12th house simply because Libra is Venus or Aphrodite, and she obviously wants a stage and she wants to seem beautiful for her expression. So both issues here are the sun and the moon. So now let's take it to the sun in Libra. The sun in Libra doesn't like the 12th, but Libra is a bit of a collective sign. So the sun itself can handle in that sign being in the 12th, but the sun can't handle being there. So you see a double layer. I want to be at the bottom of the ocean and be collective teamwork with others, but I need to be seen by sun and by sign. That's going to create a conflict with this person. And then add that to the moon. The moon in the 12th house is kind of like a moon in Pisces, what I just said. And so it's not terribly terrible in the sense that it's like a water house and the moon is a water naturally by Cancer. So think of it like a moon in Pisces this person has as well, but then layer it on that it's a Libra sign. And Libra in the moon does not like to be in the bottom of the ocean because, again, not only does Libra want to be seen, but now it wants to be showing off how I take care of you. So you start to see again the incongruencies. Let's do one more. What we did. Okay, so here we have a sun in Scorpio in the 6th and a moon in Libra in the 6th. So remember that the moon is going to change faces in any house that it's in. So the person prior had a moon in the 12th. It's very hard to change faces down there. No one will see your changing moons. But in the 6th house, it's the day-to-day, it's the work life. This is going to be a person who would benefit to work in a very emotional setting where perhaps he or she worked with children in the sense that they can change the face according to what's happening emotionally. I know for a fact that they don't, and it's a struggle for them because they're actually in a very high-end corporate type of culture. The sun in Scorpio works well there, but the moon in Libra really struggles, and there's a constant emotional breakdown because of that moon in that chart. So this could also be food issues with body image and with food. The moon has also rule and reign over food and nurturance. And in Libra, there could be body image issues or struggling of body image issues at work, perhaps comparison or finding themselves in an area that image is extremely important. And that would feed the Libra moon, but it would be difficult in a corporate type of job. The moon in Libra is also, the tagline is honesty is complicated. So just going back to that prior chart where the moon was in Libra at the bottom of the ocean, if there's a lot of secrets at the bottom of the ocean, and already Libra moon is not an honest moon because it tries to people please, not because it's dishonest like Gemini. At the bottom of the ocean, it's going to have an easier time being dishonest. So again, you start to find the threads that would cause some problem to people. So here, this sun is in Scorpio in the 6th for a leadership position, for a position that requires structure, that requires real hard edges and boundaries. This would be good, and this would help to counteract that emotional nature. But you could see, in knowing this person, I know it to be true, you could see the very logical, rational Scorpio sun kick in, and then kicked in the emotional nature after work to have the breakdown. So you start to see the incongruencies, not only by sun sign, moon sign, but also now by aspects. Thank you.